Alright, time to embark upon the river scene. I'm going to commit to doing it, and I figure if it doesn't work out, worst case, I just plaster cloth over the top of it. So I'll take this piece of road out just to make life easier. Instead of cutting underneath it, I'll just cut straight out. Got my hacksaw blade handy. I've already marked out a rough pattern of where the river is supposed to go. And so let's get to it. I'm going to use my Woodland Scenics wire cutter to finish off, and underneath here to remove the foam from under the cork here and over on this branch line. The branch lines that are, not the branch line, excuse me, the branch line and the main line, which are underneath this bridge. I'm not gonna excavate underneath it. You won't be able to see underneath. I'll use dark paint to make it look like a shadow. Anyway, enough yapping. Let's get the saw into place. So one of the great things about this foam board is that it's really easy to get through. I'm thinking of, actually, as I cut this out, I'm going to be a little bit careful about how I do it. Make it into a V-shaped groove and then flip it over, and then use this as a hillside, well, not hillside, but like an embankment around here, so that it won't be flat and then in, there'll be some sort of contours to it. So, alright, die is cast all the way through. Don't want to make this too regular, so I'm trying to avoid going in a straight line. Oh, yes, I do have a strut underneath there, supporting strut. I didn't bother taking off any of my rolling stock either. We'll see whether that was a mistake or not by the time we're done. The downside about using this foam board is all of this very fine bits of foam that they're going to have to vacuum. So anyway, I'm going to pause this so that you don't have to watch through the minutiae of it, and we'll come back once we got a section removed. So there we go, rough cut. Give us a sense of what we're trying to accomplish here. Got the stream bed, riverbed cut, goes all the way through. I'll be filling in, might not be that deep. I'm certainly not planning on putting realistic water that deep. Be way too much material, and I think from a scale perspective you'd end up being, that would be what, 12-15 foot deep. So anyway, that's the piece that I've cut out is now going to be the embankment there, and I've still got a cut underneath the cork there. You can see it's still solid. That's what we'll use the wire cutter to get through. But yeah, so flat on this side, not forgetting that there's a road going across there, which is one reason why it'll be flat. A parking area will then abut and turn green, a little bit of greenery, and then go into that. So that's phase 2. Phase 3, get the wire cutter out, trim this off so we've got nice smooth edges, and start gluing down the embankment. Use the Dremel to sand that off, and then start painting and scenicking it. Oh, and I'm noticing from this side too, it's interesting how you get different perspective being behind the layout. I've got a little bit of a ballasting issue going on there, not sure what that's all about. Almost looks like I missed a bit. I'm thinking actually what it is I just vacuumed all of the debris from the polystyrene. Chances are I've actually sucked the ballast out, didn't glue it down properly. Now we've got the road back in just to show us how that will fit together. and perhaps a cafe, repurposed carriage as a cafe along the side there. I'm thinking that might work. And having cut the tops off the hills now, we can form a bank on the other side as well. So something like that. I might trim the top off of these as well with a wire cutter. A couple of vehicles to complete the scene. We've got our lorry. He's going to come over here, cross around the industrial section and make a delivery over there. We've got our taxi waiting in the taxi rank there. We've got our bollard, left bollard, which we can't zoom in on, and our National Express bus will be seen at the bus stop. So that's roughly how this scene should work when we've got it all scenic and won't be blue no more. And now I've stuck down the banks either side. I cut left hand side bank lower, and I've scooped out underneath the tracks there so the bridge will go under. There's no foam under there anymore. Started to sculpt the riverbank slope there, and we'll do the same on both sides. I think I'll get the Dremel out with the sander attachment to shape these rather than using this hacksaw blade, which is what I've been doing right now. And the gaps there are where the road goes across there for the road bridge. And that's going to be another bridge down this end, which you can't see from this angle, but yeah, kind of all scooped out, starting to take shape for terrain. So next step is to try and sculpt out the sides here. So I have a couple of tools handy. I've got my Dremel that has the sanding attachment on it, and I've got my Woodland Scenics foam cutter to hand. So here we go. Here we go, and I also have on standby my shop vac, which given that this is a very messy part of the process, I'll kick on. So I have to dub in a different sound for this while we get going with the tools here. So there we go. All smoothed off. And next up, painting. Now, pot paints here. Bit of latex, chocolate brown colour. Should give us a nice base coat. I've taken everything up off this particular area, and I'm just going to go around with a small foam brush and paint it all. So we'll see how that looks in a little while. There we go, now painted as well. So some bits I'll have to redo from below, like underneath there. Can't get a paintbrush from above. But base coat is on.